While editing this video, all I could think about was how awful the smell was. And I cannot believe this happened to us again. Whenever we went out of town, the breaker popped and the refrigerator went out and everything in the refrigerator and freezer melted. It's not exactly the thing I wanted to do when we got back, but this is definitely going to be a motivational video. So we will be cleaning out the freezer and the refrigerator, mainly the freezer, in our laundry room. And then I'm also going to be getting some laundry done. And then we are going to be doing some deep cleaning in the playroom. I am finally getting rid of the rug and all of the crumbs that have been stuck in there, and then vacuuming out the couch, which has been long overdue. But we got home from a 3-day beach trip and I started doing laundry, and I'm like, man, the washing machine smells so bad. I wonder if something is in it, or I just like left the door shut and that mildewy smell came. And I kept smelling in there. I was like, man, there's something underneath the dryer. I got a flashlight. I thought there was maybe a rat stuck, like a dead rat stuck in between or underneath the washer and dryer. I could not figure it out. And then I saw all of the dripping coming from the freezer. And I'm like, not again. If you remember a few years ago in our old house, this same exact thing happened in our garage freezer, and we had to completely clean out the whole garage, throw away all of the meat and just everything we had in there. But before I get completely started on the freezer, I want to share one of my absolute favorite kitchen upgrades, the HiCozy Vacuum Sealer Sink. If you love keeping your food fresh longer while saving space and money, this little gadget is a game changer. Let me show you why. Inside the box, you'll get the vacuum sealer itself, 15 medium bags, 15 small bags, 2 BPA-free clips, and even a 2-in-1 USB A and C charging cord that works with just about any port. So right away, you're ready to go. Unlike those big bulky sealers that take up half your counter, the HiCozy is as compact as a soda can and cordless. But don't let the size fool you, because in just 5 seconds, it creates a vacuum tight seal, keeping your food up to 6 times fresher than normal storage. So let me show you how simple it is to use. All you have to do is put your food in the bag, then use the clip to press the bag shut, then use the HiCozy Vacuum Sealer Sink to seal the bag shut. That's it. So whether it's fruits, veggies, or meal prep ingredients, you can see how powerful the suction is, locking in freshness in just seconds. What I really love is that the included bags are durable, safe, and completely reusable. So I'll be switching over from traditional plastic baggies. You get both medium and small sizes, so whether you're storing snacks or something larger like bulk meats, you've got options. And the upgraded zipper seal means you can use them over and over again without losing freshness. And here's where it gets even better. For foods with a little juice like marinated chicken or cut fruit, the HiCozy has a built-in liquid chamber that protects the motor so you don't have to worry about mess. Plus, the clear water cap shows the max fill line so you know exactly when to empty it. And see these 4 battery indicator lights? Each one represents 25% charge, so you always know how much power you have left. On a full charge, you can get up to 60 minutes of use. That's around 1,000 vacuum seals. The HiCozy Vacuum Sealer Sink really does it all. Compact, powerful, and so easy to use. If you're ready to save money, cut food waste, and keep your meals fresh up to 6 times longer, then check out the link below and grab yours today. So the first thing I'm going to do is start throwing away all of the meat. And as I do that, I'll explain most likely what happened. Whenever we moved into this house, we have this extra refrigerator and we use it as our drink refrigerator. And then we also store some extra meat, which has clearly 100% de-thawed. And in order to get it in here, we had to take off the laundry door. And also, we wouldn't be able to move this refrigerator out unless we took out the washer and dryer. So this was kind of a big project. And also, Chris was working this day. So I initially was like, I'm going to wait and have him help me move everything around, but I just could not take the smell anymore. And I was like, I just have to like get started on cleaning all of this up. Whenever we first moved in, we noticed that every time we started the dryer, that it would pop the breaker and the refrigerator would go out. It happened so much to where we had them come out and change our breaker or change something in here to where it would no longer pop the breaker whenever we started the washing machine. So we went about, almost a year with not having any issues. About a week or two before this, we noticed that the refrigerator went out one time. So I went in there and I was like, the light's off. So it must have just popped it whenever I just recently did laundry. So I would go and flip the breaker switch. So I noticed that it had just recently happened one time in like almost a year's span. And we ended up going to the beach one weekend for 3 days. Now, considering how de-thawed everything is, this must have went out. The breaker must have popped on the washing machine before we left for our trip. So I'm going to assume that it's been out for about 3 days. Now, the challenge we have with this refrigerator is that I would have to pull out the washer and dryer and take the door off the laundry room in order to get the refrigerator out. I wanted to hose it all down, like take it outside, hose it down, maybe throw it away. I don't know. So I realized that that is going to be such a challenge. Whereas the last time we did this, it was in our garage. So we just pulled it out and hosed it down from the garage. And that was an easy fix. But I'm not going to hose it down right in the laundry room in our house. So I was really challenged to think about the best way to go about this. And it is such a tight space there too. So I figured that I would just get started and just take it step by step. And if I got to a spot where I couldn't take the next step, like if I wanted to hose it down, if it needed that, then I would wait for Chris and then figure out how to get it out of the room. But the first thing I did was just take out all of the meat, which is unfortunate because a lot of it is from Chris does hunt, and most of that meat was from animals from his trips. But while I am cleaning, of course, Rai comes in and he has slime all over his hands. So I'm just like one mess after another mess. It's never ending. He is so happy about it, but it's all over his shirt. It's everywhere. So, I mean, not everywhere, not all over the house like last time, but well, last time was the marker, but now it's the slime. So, next thing I'm doing is taking out, once I threw away all the meat, I double bagged the trash bags so that nothing would leak out. Luckily, the trash was coming like within the day. And I am now cleaning out all of the drawers, and I'm looking back at this, and whenever I'm looking at this, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get flagged for like they're gonna think that I've like committed this crime because there's so much disgusting meat all over the place. So hopefully I don't get flagged, but I'm going to work on cleaning out all of the drawers, and then I'm going to move to the freezer and figure out how to scrub everything without making a huge mess.
Was it worth it? All that loss around your neck in this loop we can't progress from. Did you know it? That it all be such a mess. Leave some stains upon our faces. I don't care anymore
All right, so my thought process here is to just get some soap and a rag and just start scrubbing from the top to the bottom. As I was cleaning more and more, I decided I'm not going to take this refrigerator out. It's going to be so much trouble getting it outside that I'm just going to make the mess scrubbing it and then clean it up afterwards. Last week, I talked a little bit about switching up my content and maybe even pausing cleaning videos and slowing down a bit on this channel and maybe creating a whole separate channel and basically starting over from scratch, doing different types of content. So I got a lot of feedback from that. That's where my head's been the last 6 months or so. And a lot of you guys who love cleaning videos commented that you wanted me to keep doing cleaning videos. Some said you would follow me to if I did create a new channel, and some said if you do motivational videos, you don't like that and you will not follow me, which is totally understandable. When you create content a little bit, you have entertainment content, which a lot of cleaning videos are. You have educational content, you have inspirational content. My cleaning videos mix all of that. So that's why some people are like, no, I don't like the motivational talks. And some people are like, wow, I learned something and I do love that. And over the past 5 years, I have shifted a lot. Like, what are people wanting to see? What are people not wanting to see? And it's been very mixed messages. And another factor is I can look at the data and see what people are not wanting to see. And that's why I was thinking about making the decision that cleaning videos are not my most popular videos. And I could switch and just pretty much start over with new content in a different format and style, which I don't know if y'all care to hear all of the decisions behind it. But for now, I think that I am going to continue my content as is, and then I will reevaluate again in a few months. But thank you for all of your comments and feedback in last week's video. But back to my freezer, like, what the heck am I doing? I'm getting water and I am trying to rinse everything out and not make a total mess. So the only thing I could think of was to grab, what is this, a dustpan, and try and catch all the water that is dripping down. I didn't have a bowl or anything that would fit underneath the refrigerator. So this is like the best option that I came up with at the moment. But it still made a mess, but I'm cleaning anyway. So, right, that's just what we're going with.
Okay, hear me out. What if we did something like 1 and 2 and in the phone? Forgetting what I did, what happened to you all night. I never meant it, feels like a loop every time. Oh yeah. Cause I got nothing to lose, what do I choose? Running me out of my mind, got me confused. That I figured you out, but you're making me high. Right now, I'm falling out of love, oh my. Cause all I know is lately she got me wanting more for love, a better way of lately.
All right, so what the heck am I doing next? Well, I figured out that I can get behind the refrigerator and I can push it out, and there is just meat, juice, and blood everywhere. So here's the thing. When I push the refrigerator out, I am trapped in this very small space, which was actually pretty hard to film. And if I got a bunch of towels and soaked all of this up with all of these towels, one, they would stink and I would have to throw them all away. And two, I would have to push the refrigerator back inward and like squeeze through, and I feel like it was just gonna drip everywhere. So the best idea I came up with was to get the wet vac or the shop vac and suck up all the juice and just get one towel to like wipe everything up. Now, I did get soap and a rag, and I did like what I'm doing here. I did all of that behind the refrigerator too. I just couldn't get a good filming angle because I was trapped in that small space. But I pull it in and out several times to try and get every last bit mopped, or actually I like hand scrubbed it around like the whole area. So I don't know whether that was a genius idea or a dumb idea. I got it all picked up, and I got everything in here cleaned out, and I didn't have to take everything outside and hose it down. Now, I will say, like, the next couple of days, whenever I opened up the refrigerator and the freezer, it started to smell a little bit, and I just got these baking soda things that you can put in your, I think you can just use plain baking soda, but I bought ones that were specifically for your fridge or freezer, and then it started soaking up the rest of the smell. So we got it all figured out. The refrigerator portion of it was mainly just drinks. If there was any, I did have some milk and then some like yogurt, so I had to throw everything that was milk based away, but there wasn't the mess like the freezer had. So once I get everything else scrubbed, cleaned, and put back together in the freezer, I told Chris we're not putting any meat in there because I'm not doing that again in case that breaker pops.
We should head back to our old place in the faraway town where I met you, baby. All those years pass, now I know you. How the times can change and I get a little down. Thinking about tomorrow, I get down. Was it over from the get-go? Should we call it quits and let go? I have cried many times over you. Sleepless nights, what a crime. Wasting my tears on a broken dream. Maybe I just can't forgive another mistake. Maybe I don't wanna feel this heartache. Every time you let me down, I get to thinking I don't even know why I tried. Is it just me? Do you feel the same? Were you up all night thinking you should maybe go your own way? Or should we stay? Try to make things right, cause I get a little down. Thinking about tomorrow, I get down. Should we call it quits and let go? I have cried many times over you. Sleepless nights, what a crime. Wasting my tears on a broken dream. Maybe I just can't forgive another mistake. Maybe I don't wanna feel this heartache. Every time you let me down, I get to thinking I don't even know why I tried. Yeah, I don't know why I tried. Yeah, I don't even know why. Yeah, I don't know why I tried. We should head back to our old place in the faraway town where I met you, baby. I have cried many times over you. Sleepless nights, what a crime. Wasting my tears on a broken dream. And maybe I just can't forgive another mistake. Maybe I don't wanna feel this heartache. Every time you let me down, I get to thinking I don't even know why I tried. Yeah, I don't know why I tried. I don't know why I tried.
So I am moving on to a couple loads of laundry. I feel like I could do laundry twice a day, every day, and still be behind. In one of my earlier videos, or a couple weeks ago, I asked, how often do you do laundry? And a lot of you said, you make sure you do laundry every day. And then I got a little bit of feedback as to if you did laundry every day, then you wouldn't feel behind and overwhelmed. Or it was something like that, maybe not those exact words. And obviously, I agree with how keeping up with your laundry can help you feel not so stressed out. But It depends what your definition of stress is or your way of looking at stress. And sometimes I'm going to call them laundry vacations, where I just want to not do laundry today. So I don't have a routine or a schedule, but I basically am probably like every other day is how often I do it, but I probably could do it every day, twice a day, but it's like one of those things where it's never ending. It's never just going to be all done in my opinion, because if all the clothes are done, then I'm like, man, I need to wash the couch cushions, and the couch cushions, then there's more towels to do. When there's more towels to do, then you have the sheets on all 5 beds. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to take a break. So basically, I would estimate I do laundry probably every other day. And then on the weekdays during the day is when, if I do wash couch cushions, that's when I'll do it, when nobody's home sitting on the couch. And then all sheets I will try to do on the weekends. But fall is coming up, and usually I try and prep a little bit earlier for fall. For some reason this year, I don't even feel like it's fall at all. It's so hot outside. We're still going to the beach, the pool, and just hanging out outside, that it just does not feel like fall at all. So I don't feel inspired to decorate for fall yet. But probably mid-September or so, I will pull out my fall stuff and get some ideas and inspiration for you guys. I know that I ask this every year, but I'm curious, do you decorate for fall? Let me know in the comments down below.
I saw you from across the room. When our eyes met, I never knew that I could feel this way, and it's kinda strange. Don't even know your name. I don't know you, but I want to get to know you. Just wanna get to know you. I don't know you, but I want to get to know you. Just wanna get to know you. You say that you're from out of town. I'm hoping that you stick around. Show me what it's like from the other side. Would you stay another night? 'Cause I don't know you, but I want to get to know you. Just wanna get to know you.
So I'm going to be working on the game room again. I have a lot to do in this room. There's so many ideas I want to do, so many projects. I wanted to buy a whole new media set to put in here and move this black media set in the entryway, but I did not pull the trigger on the set, and I'm just trying to be patient. Every room that I walk in to our house, I'm like, I need to add wallpaper. I need to get a bigger bed in Sailor's room. I need to get new end tables for our room, a new dress. Like, so every single, there's just so many projects that I want to do. But last year, we invested so much into a lot of the home projects that this year I've slowed down a bit. Not only that is, the things that cost more money, I'm like, we can do them ourselves. And then Chris is like, I don't have time to do them. So we're like in that struggle between our budget, our time, what we can DIY, what we cannot DIY. And I'm just taking it day by day and learning a lot of patience. But my whole idea was that I was going to get rid of the shag rug in the bedroom, because with the shag rug, I mean, the amount of toys, crumbs, food that gets stuck in there, and it's like you cannot get it out because it's all in there. I was like, I'm going to move the rug from the living room, put that rug in this room, and then I'm going to get a new rug for the living room. And I haven't done that yet. And now I'm like, oh, well, I'm just going to throw this rug out and not have a rug in here for until I figure out my next step. But the kids built a big fort and took all of the cushions off the couch. So I figured this was a perfect opportunity to vacuum everything. But overthinking, which I consider myself an overthinker, is one of the biggest traps that keeps us stuck and not moving forward. Taking action is one of the first ways to help get you unstuck, which is why my new course is called Move. It is going to be released so soon. You guys will be the first to know about it. But I want to give you a quick, simple tool that you can use when you feel like you are overthinking everything. So, the first thing that you will do is when you have like 20 tabs open, 20 Pinterest couches open, all of these different, paint colors out, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I do not know which way to go or what to do. I'm super overwhelmed. Then start by just taking 5 small breaths. Not small breaths. I was looking at the apples left in the playroom. Deep breaths. 5 deep breaths, because it kind of just resets your mind. When you're off in la la land going this, it just helps you bring yourself back to yourself so that you can refocus and move forward. The next thing you want to do is write down 5 different truths about the project. And again, you can apply this to any area in your life, but since we're talking about redesigning spaces, and this is where I tend to feel overwhelmed at the moment, this is my example. So 5 different truths about the project. So first I'll start with something like, what do I want this space to feel like? And I will write down a truth about that. So basically what you know. So I know that this is a movie room and I want the space to feel a little more moody. Like right now it's very white and open, and I might keep it that way for a little bit as it's a playroom, but once the kids start getting older, I want it to feel moodier. So that would be one truth. Another truth could be, for example, writing down the colors that you like. Another truth could just be admitting to yourself that this might take a little bit more time than expected, and that's okay. Progress matters more than perfection. Another truth for me would be, I know that I probably need to organize all of the toys first before I get new furniture. All right, so first thing you did, remember, is 5 breaths to recenter your focus if your mind is wandering like crazy. Second thing is to write down 5 different truths you know about the room. And then your third action is to actually take 5 minutes of action. So, for example, I am just now figuring out, instead of researching all of these media sets and all of these rugs, I should probably focus on organizing the toys. And if these big organizing projects are overwhelming for you, like they are for me, then just start with one basket at a time. But a lot of the times we then go back to, well, I don't feel motivated enough to organize. I don't feel motivated enough to take action. And the thing about motivation is that most people don't feel motivated to do something. They take action on something and it motivates them to keep going. Now, overthinking oftentimes drains motivation, but we're all human. We all do it. But when we can clearly see the vision of what we want to accomplish, whether that's a clean house, a DIY space, then we can take aligned action, which will then build motivation.
Going up, up, don't look down. No gravity when you're with me. Light years from home till I found you. A galaxy in
look down. Don't look Don't look down. No gravity when you're with me. Light years from home till I found you. A galaxy in front of me, going up above. Don't look down.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this deep cleaning video with me and just hanging out with me this week. But next week, I will have more new content. I will be continuing the deep cleaning. I'll be focusing on my bathroom. I'll be focusing outside and just some other areas that need it. If you're not subscribed already, I would love for you to subscribe. But with that, I will see you all next week.